Hey guys, how you doing today? This is a warning to those living in the United States. There is a spirit of division, a demonic spirit, because only demons that cause division. There is a spirit of hate, of racism and xenophobia. And you have this former president who's just said that immigrants are poisoning the blood of Americans. To those of you guys who's living in America, and to those of you guys who are immigrants, I think this is the best time for you guys to get your passport ready. In my previous video, I talk about a civil war that's coming to the United States. You guys will be targeted. So it will, this is the best thing you can do is to plan ahead. Is to have a passport ready just in case. Because once things start happening, you want to be able to leave. Start making plans if you don't want to go back to your country to at least find a country that's willing to accept you. But so this is the time right now. We don't have a lot of time left. In my previous videos, I talk about I expect, like I said, the Holy Spirit never give us time and date when things gonna happen. But I expect something to happen within the next 2 years. At least 2 years from now, the Civil War should start happening. And this because America have become a demonic spirit, principalities of demons have been released, principalities of hate, xenophobia. So you guys could be a victim to that. You guys could be targeted just because you speak English with an accent or you're not from the United States. And this is a warning to the African American too. Do not be deceived, guys. Just in case, just because you was born in the United States, that you'll be protected if the Civil War starts. That's not what's gonna happen. And you guys think that some of you guys are xenophobic. Some of you guys, this is not all African American I'm talking about, obviously. African American are my brothers and sisters. But I have to tell them that that spirit that's making them hate immigrants is the same spirit that's gonna turn against them. Okay? So that's fine if you want to vote for Donald Trump for president. Just remember that when that spirit is that spirit's already been released, but once the Civil War starts in the United States, you guys would be targeted too. Okay? So you guys would be targeted just because you guys are black. They don't like black or immigrants. Do not be deceived thinking that, oh yeah, you're gonna vote for him, he's gonna become president, and you guys will be protected. That's not what's gonna happen. They're gonna go after the immigrants, and then they're gonna go after you guys. This is a warning I'm telling you guys. Like me, I'm the type of person that like to observe. And I thank the Holy Spirit a lot for taking me out of harm's way and told me to leave the United States. I've been out of the United States about 2 years and a half now. And I'm glad that I left because I see what's coming. So do not be deceived. Hate and racism, xenophobia, that's a demonic spirit. They only here to kill, steal, and destroy you. If you allow hate in your heart, it will destroy you. If a society allow hate and vote for and support somebody that's full of hate, then those principality of demons gonna turn against those people and start killing them. Look what happened in Nazi Germany, right? So once Hitler came to power, first they started demonizing the Jews, start calling them, they poisoning the blood of Europeans, and that's what led to the Holocaust. Well, that's the same thing what they're planning doing to immigrants. he talks about, Donald Trump talks about putting them in concentration camp, deportation camps, deport millions of people. So be very careful. You may not. I'm not telling you who to vote for, because I'm a born again Christian. I didn't vote for the last election. I didn't vote for either one of them. I don't get involved into politics. Both parties are corrupt. But I want you to understand that don't make a decision by your dissatisfaction, of what this current administration is doing. Don't allow hate in your heart to elect somebody who's not, who's divisive, who only tell you, who you already know his character. If you think that you are being deceived, if you think that they're only gonna go after immigrants, they're coming after you too. So this is a warning to African American and also the immigrants that's living in the United States. This is the time to start making preparation. Okay, so in 2021, the Holy Spirit told me the United States is going to be destroyed in a civil war. And I'm glad that the Lord told me to leave because of his love and protection he has for me. And I'm grateful and I'm blessed that he blessed me and loved me enough to take me out of harm's way. And if you guys, those of you who are saved, who's living for the Lord, get closer to the Lord. This is the time to get close to God if you're living in the United States. And, be careful because there's danger ahead. Your country is about to be, turned upside down. Hate will destroy you. Racism, xenophobia, whatever, it always destroys. From going back to the biblical time till today. Every society, every culture that's built on hate and destruction, they always collapse. They always collapse. Nazi Germany will collapse. The Civil War in the United States, the Confederacy, they collapse. Hate will always be destroyed because they're only here to do one thing. If you have hate in your heart, you don't have peace. You don't have peace. That I know for one thing. If you hate people, you don't have peace. You don't have love. It's impossible to have peace and love when you have hate in your heart for anyone or anything. If you hate sin, okay. But if you hate people for who they are, whatever they, regardless if they mistreat you on that, but you cannot generalize a whole group of people. So whatever hate you have in your heart, so I know that you don't have peace. You cannot have peace and hate. And you cannot have love and hate. So it's either you hate, and that's the thing about Satan. He doesn't want to see us having peace. He don't want to see us having love in our heart. Because he doesn't have love. He doesn't have peace. His kingdom is hate. His kingdom, there's no peace. It's confusion. It's depression. That's what he wants to do to you. He wants to take away your peace and put out your light. If you have the light of the Lord in your heart. So be careful, guys. Do not be deceived. Do not let hate make you make a decision that you'll regret. Because if a civil war starts in the United States, regardless of how many guns you have, regardless of how much money you have, once the war starts, the economy is gonna crash. That's guaranteed. The U.S. economy will crash because people are gonna start pulling their money out, and people is gonna say, "Wow, I cannot invest. I cannot keep my money in the United States because they're out of war." Nobody invests in a country that's at war. And you think you have you could have 200 AR-15, you could still get killed. Once the civil war starts, there is no peace. The country is, no one can have peace, regardless of how much money you have. The people who have money, the wealthy people, they're gonna leave. They're gonna exit. Once they start leaving, then the economy is gonna crash. Somebody that have the means, they're not gonna live in a country where there's a war. The first thing they're gonna do, as soon as the war starts, they're gonna pack up their belongings with their family and exit the country and go somewhere else that's safe. So those people that don't have any means, financial means, any way to get out, you're stuck, or you're gonna have to flee to Mexico to seek refuge. And the Mexican government may not give everybody, you know, a refugee status. Because I remember I had a prophetic dream about that. I saw a lot of Americans fleeing to Mexico for seeking refuge. And the Canadian government is very strict when it comes to their immigration policies. So don't assume that you are an American that you'll be fine. That's not how it works. Do not be deceived. Okay? Do not be deceived. So I'm glad that you guys watch this video, and I hope you guys take this very seriously, because it's this video, it could help a lot of people. Thank you guys. May the Lord bless you. Thank you for watching.